upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 oh. Relax, 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 relax. What?
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Run. 52, great. 46 down, man, 5-4.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. And even 40 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Wentz. They'll check it down to Geis. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Great.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Kaiser just getting the play on. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Check 50, check 50.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hang out, bam, bam. Cut, hang out. 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, New England, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ram. Go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19. Check 50.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on now, Owen. Come on now. Let's go. Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Geis with a carry on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Grade 15, grade 15. Grade 15, grade 15. That's it. Great, great.
From the gun on 3rd down, wins. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big gumbo, big gumbo, big gumbo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
40. Shotgun. Hey, over here.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Come on, tempo.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. New England on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Patriots coming out now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Got it. 12. Shotgun. There.
And that'll That'll set them back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Killer here, it's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
19. Go down. 14.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett able to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Oh, now he bowls him over. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Being chased, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Tempo. Let's go, 14. Shotgun. Gun.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And right side, caught, Hogan. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. from midfield now. Here's Wilson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Throwing right, and that's complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got it. 14.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit us first. Now this from 43. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
81, 82.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wide open, Gronkowski. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this.
Great 15. Let's go. Great.
On second down, here's Wentz. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. To throw is Wentz. Escape under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties his Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Lion.
Now Wentz got to have this one. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, march on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad dripping my swag, tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning.